Thank you, Beth. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I am so tickled to have you guys on the call with me tonight. Thank you so much for rocking out and starting your November in an incredible way. This is our time to come together and recognize all of the achievements that came forward from the month of October. And you all have been busy bees, and it totally shows up in all the amazingness happening in your particular businesses. So we absolutely love that. So excited to have you guys on. Thank you for being part of the magic. It's my honor to start and lead us off tonight with acknowledging the recognition for the month of October. And so I get to lead off with our tops, the top achievers in our entire nation. And forgive me in advance if I have a challenge with name pronunciation. You guys are all beautiful. I don't want to butcher your names in any case. But our top sponsor, love this, five-way tie. So all of these beautiful women sponsored 6 people personally. And so this is Kristen Kinnear, Melissa Ladner, Amanda Salmons, Danielle Seuley, and Kimberly Smith. Way to go, you guys. This is so incredible. Congratulations. Top district manager goes to Lisa Vlach from Orland, California with 7,000 in her district. And Lisa just promoted to district manager last month. So we're really excited cheering you on, Lisa. Congratulations, way to go. Top area manager from Jasper, Georgia, Miss Beth Petrillo, and she has 17,494 in her central area. Way to go, sister. That's exciting. Our top regional vice president goes to Kendall Travers, 49,229. So rockstar month, and yeah, busy month. And despite travels, you guys still brought it. So I'm so proud of you. Also acknowledging the people who were hitting their bonuses for their respective management positions. So Arbonne is so great. They build into their compensation plan an opportunity for us to earn a cash bonus at each level of management. So, and the cool thing is, even if we have promoted beyond district manager or area manager, they still give us that bonus if we earn it. Now we can earn all of our bonuses with whichever ones we accomplish. So earning their district manager bonus, and here's how I want you guys to think about this. Every single one of us has a business center. And that is where we are working in our personal business to help people to use the amazing Arbonne product. And we're also helping people to recognize that they have an opportunity that they can take advantage and start teaching and training them to do what you have done as a district manager and above. So for people who in their central business have 5,000 accumulated qualifying volume plus 5 new sponsorships, could be preferred clients, it could be consultants within their personal business. That's what district manager bonus is. Super exciting. So here are the gurus of district manager bonus land for the month of October. Justine Alloway from Pittsburgh. Congratulations, girl. Rhiannon Carlson from Orland, California. Alyssa Cavallero from Pittsburgh. Whoop, whoop. Kimberly Graham from Sparks, Nevada. Melissa Ladner, and Melissa's from Klamath Falls, Oregon. Congratulations. Beth Petrillo. Beth, give us a wave from Jasper, Georgia. Oh, maybe she can't hear me. No, just kidding. Danielle Seuley from Pittsburgh. Congratulations, Danielle. Lisa Vlach from Orland, California. And Jesse Wagner from Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, District Manager Bonus Achievers. That means that these amazing peeps got a $200 cash bonus. Perfect in time for the holidays. I absolutely love that. And our Area Manager Bonus Achievers. So this can go to anyone who is Area Manager and above. And Area Manager, when you're bonusing as an area manager or above, you're hitting 20,000 in your central area. So that encompasses your district managers and your personal business. And you have 10 10 sponsored within your central area. So area manager bonus earners, Rhiannon Carlson and Alyssa Cavallero. Congratulations, beautiful. So excited. I love that. Yay! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Awesome. So fun. Okay, so now I get to lead off our recognition, acknowledging those who are in qualification for district manager or who have promoted to district manager. And it is my true honor. I get to do this on behalf of one of my BFFs on the planet, Jenny Pierce, who wishes she could be on the call with us tonight, but she does have a prior standing commitment. And so it's my honor to acknowledge the new district manager, and they are a dynamic duo, Drew and Jennifer Youngs. And Drew and Jennifer reside in La Mirada, California, and they are sponsored by Hannah McPherson, and Jenny Pierce helped them finish promotion just in the month of October. So exciting. District manager is really where the magic is at in our business. When you promote to district manager, you simply teach other people to do the same thing of what you did, and that's how you promote up levels of management. So congratulations, Drew and Jennifer. We're so excited and cheering you on. Such a great opportunity to celebrate you. I would love to turn our recognition now over to Sarah Gernert, and Sarah joins us from Pensacola, Florida. Doesn't that sound tropical and exotic? Especially if you live in Sparks, Nevada, which is where Sarah is originally from. And so she is taking the stage now to help with recognition for her success line. So I'm so excited to bring Sarah on. Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes.
And okay, sister, we can hear you.
It was like 80 degrees tonight, so it's feeling very tropical and lovely right now here. So in my success line, Rhiannon and Lynn Carpenter, Rhiannon Carlson, there's 5 gals in district manager qualification. Amy Freeman from Klamath Falls, Oregon, sponsored by Melissa Ladner. Melanie Locke from King, North Carolina, sponsored by Sarah Denton. Lisa Lokenvitz from Sparks, Nevada, sponsored by Kim Graham. Nicole Radley from Sparks, Nevada, sponsored by Kim Graham. And Mary Whitmarsh from Canada, sponsored by Connie Ruff. So awesome job, ladies.
Fantastic. Sarah, thank you so much. That was incredible, as always, in lovely, sunny Pensacola, Florida. I love that. Are you coming home back to Sparky Land for the holidays? Will we see you?
No, I won't be there.
Well, I suppose you have to share. So it's definitely, yeah, right that you would spend that with Hank's family. So thank you so much, darling. You're going to hear a little bit more from Sarah later on the call. And so I will give a little bit more of a shout out with her in a short while. Okay, I think, let me see if I can bring Kendall Travers up on the screen. OMG, there she is. Hello, Wonder Woman. Hi, how cold is it where you are in Pittsburgh?
It was actually like 70 today for a little bit. It was so nice.
Oh my gosh, you guys are like killing it over there with the weather. It's like 20 degrees here. Okay, sister, well, take it away. We're so excited. Lots of fun qualifications happening.
Okay, so I am just honored to announce all of the people that are in qualification on our team. And let's see, we have Erica Jerkowski from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sponsored by Ashley Cozier. We have Lauren Jernstrom from Orlando, Florida, sponsored by Kelly Matthew. We have Misty Flick from Butler, Pennsylvania, sponsored by Justine Alloway. Kristen Kinnear from Stallstown, PA, sponsored by Melissa Schultz. And Kimberly Smith from LJ, Georgia, sponsored by Beth Petrillo.
Awesome. Congratulations, everybody. Woo, woo, woo. So exciting. This is wonderful. So many fun qualifications and promotions happening in our nation. And we are definitely cheering you all on. And this is really the time that magic happens in Arbonne. It is an easy time to help you finish promotions because people are in the spirit of giving gifts, buying gifts, a little something for themselves perhaps in the shopping process. process, so it's a win-win. I definitely sell the most RE9 sets myself, personally, in my business in the months of October, November, December, because people want to look good while they're doing all that shopping and spending money and, you know, holiday parties and whatever else they have going on. So congratulations to all of you who are in qualification, and we're so excited for all of the fun to come. This is awesome. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you. Okay, I have a few announcements, but before I lead off with announcements, before our final trainings tonight, I do want to lift up several of our team members and extended family in prayer. Many of you have heard me chat about several of our extended family members. And I want to give an update for Blanca. Blanca is Kimberly Graham's bonus mom. She lives in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Kim is going to go out and visit her again in Thanksgiving. She has had declined some difficult news in terms of her health with her scans. She is fighting off stage 4 cancer. And so keep her in your prayers, please, and safe travels for Kim as she goes to visit her bonus mom, Blanca. Mike West. Mike is the dad of Carly West, or Carly Kinney and Allie West on our team, and also husband to Connie West, who's a consultant on our team here locally in Sparks. And Mike is comfortably and enjoying this time with his family. Carly says he has good days and he has bad days. I was able to visit with her a short while ago when she brought the kids in for their eye exams with me in the office. And she said that they're just really taking each day as a precious gift. And so if you can continue to lift up Mike West in your prayers, I'd be so appreciative. And then Dan Carpenter Sr., many of you know this is Sarah's dad. And also Lynn Carpenter's father-in-law, and of course, precious husband to Millie Carpenter. If you have not yet met Millie, you will love her from the moment she says hello. And Millie just reported to me last night at our local team meeting here in Sparks that Dan got, again, an excellent checkup with his doctors at UCSF. So singing praises and thanks, total thanks to God. It's been such an amazing ride for Millie and Dan. This is his second round of brain cancer, and we're just so thrilled that they were able to catch the second one early, and he's doing great. And then Justin Pierce is brother to Kendall Travers and husband to amazing Jenny Generator Pierce. And Justin just had a follow-up last week with his doctors down at UCLA campus. And I don't have an update yet. I assume it's good because I haven't heard negative. Kendall, do you have anything that you want to? Okay, Hen, go for it.
Yeah, his scans were really good. He's having some issues, like some headaches and some stuff happening, but they think it's other related. So, but the MRI was great. It was nothing there.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Prayers answered. So thank you guys so much for continuing to keep Justin on the front of your minds and your hearts. And continued prayers to the Spitznagel family. I'm going to bring Tiff on the screen if she's still on with us so that she can give a little wave. Hello, beautiful. Let me just bring you up, honey, if you don't mind just sharing a few little things about how your family is doing and how the girls are doing. How's Adam doing? How are you?
We're good. I don't know. You caught me off guard. I don't know what to say.
Well, you look incredible. Oh my gosh. I'm like, holy underwear. Is it like 8 a.m. there? You look fantastic. You look like you're ready for the day, honey.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, well, we are keeping you all in our prayers. We know that this has been a challenging season, and we just love you. And I hope that you feel that love all the way through the video waves and through the goings on of your day. And I hope you're enjoying time with the girls in this special holiday time. Super fun time to be with them.
We are. We're doing good. Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet. Awesome. Okay, and I certainly want to give a big shout out to a few of our Sideline sisters. Shayna is one of our Sideline team members up in Portland, Oregon, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer this summer, and so has been undergoing treatment. She is good friends with Kimmy Malfa on our team, and so Kim will keep us updated as to her progress. I don't have an update now. And last but certainly not least, Sarah Wilson. I think all of you know, or most of us know, that Sarah's been instrumental in designing our incredible 30 Days to Healthy Living Facebook posts and Facebook support groups. And she underwent surgery yesterday for double mastectomy. So keep Sarah and her precious family in our prayers. I know late May she was diagnosed with 2 distinct forms of breast cancer and has been fighting tooth and nail to be, you know, just the continued formidable force that she has been in so many lives. And so she's truly a testament to the power of what God can do in one amazing life. And so thank you guys all for your support. And as time permits, and if you feel led to do that, certainly just give her a little, you know, Facebook message. I know that she has many people praying behind her. So our thoughts and prayers to Sarah Wilson. A couple of announcements before we round out with a few power trainings. I do want to just give a reminder about the great opportunity to reach out to preferred clients and help them, number one, earn double rewards for any orders purchased through December 31st. And then they have an opportunity to redeem those rewards through December 31st as well. This is so great that Arbonne gave this to us. I think that they gave it to us beginning September, and now they're giving us 4 full months to really help preferred clients capitalize on that. No better time to really acknowledge them and give them a huge thank you for being a loyal preferred client with Arbonne. It's a great opportunity for them to be introduced to more products or to help them in their gift giving capabilities too. So it's a win-win either way. So definitely, if you need help checking to see where preferred rewards are, you can always connect with your upline leader and they will walk you through that. But there is a way that you can research that and see who's eligible for rewards. But guide your preferred clients to shop and maximize their savings. Renewals for any Arbonne account have been extended through December 31st. And we've been assured from the home office that they are literally working on an easy button. I think that that's one reason why they continue to push out the referrals, renewals, so that we don't have that worry hanging over our head. I know none of us want to miss an opportunity to renew ourselves and our amazing membership, but that's also how our preferred clients and our consultants feel, even personal use consultants that might be using the 35% membership just for their personal buying. So Arbonne, rest assured, Arbonne will not deactivate anyone especially who wants to go forward with their Arbonne membership, and they're giving us through December 31st. So stay tuned for some few key updates with that. But I am trying to capture people as months roll through, just so I don't become inundated at the most busiest, wonderful time of the year. So still plan to reach out and remind people that they are eligible for renewal, and if needed, help them renew. It's a little tricky right now, but you can do a manual renewal for any consultant. They can, in their renewal month, they can find that renewal if they go to me in their online account, and then it's manual renewal, and it will automatically pop up $30 on the screen. For a preferred client, they can access that easy button, but they have to put a product in their shopping cart in order for that renewal button to pop up. They don't necessarily have to purchase the product, so they can literally just pay their $15 renewal fee and be done. But in order to have it populate right now, they do have to put an item in their retail shopping cart to do that. So just a few reminders on helping people with that. And bittersweet news from the home office. Many of you, especially if you've been able to attend our home office-led events like a global training conference and certainly the incentive trips, you likely have had an opportunity to see Heather Chastain in action. She has been our chief sales officer in Arbonne for 3 years, and she's a powerhouse. She is taking another opportunity that's a good fit for her family, and will be moving away from Irvine, California to join forces with another company. And so, yes, it's sad to see her go, but honestly, with what Kay and Steon and everyone at the home office has done, they've rallied behind Ashley Good, who has been our chief legal eagle. Ashley is an attorney and helps us navigate through all of the crazy fun of the components, the legal components of our business. She is stepping in to Heather's shoes and will be our chief sales officer. And honestly, you guys, I think that she's going to absolutely rock it. She has been in Arbonne as long as I have. She has a heart for our business. She definitely has weathered many storms, many comings and goings of CEOs, for instance. And now we've been fortunate to have Kay, of course, for the last 6 years in our business. So I am super excited that Ashley's going to be at the helm, and we have our powerhouse team totally backing her up. So, and when you get a chance to welcome Ashley or send her a message in person, I know she would really enjoy it. So excited to have Ashley on board with that. And last but not least, announcement, Global Training Conference, Holy Underwear. I know that registration is already up to 11,000. Can you guys believe that? Wow, the auditorium holds like 16,000 generally, maybe 18,000 maximum. So that means that, as we always customarily expect, that GTC in April 14th through the 16th, it will sell out. We're full on expecting it to sell out. And so Arbonne is great. They give us every year an opportunity to earn our Global Training Conference registration, which is for a seasoned consultant, $295. For a new consultant, if you started, let's say, November 1st, you have an opportunity to register for just $99 in your start month, provided that you register after you place a starting order of $350 QV. But I'm telling you guys, register now and then earn your registration back, because they will refund you your registration. We don't want anyone to miss out on the fun. And already your leaders are putting into place ways that will help us to save money for lodging and just to get your cutie booties there. It is the absolute best, most favorite thing that we get to do on the planet together. So I'm super excited to be with you guys in Las Vegas, sunny Las Vegas, April 14th through the 16th next year. So go ahead, get online, get registered, and then earn your registration back. And you can actually earn your room stay at the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino as well. So more details forthcoming. We don't have that yet at this moment, but I know Arbonne will be working on it for us. Okay, without further ado, I am going to bring Sarah Gernert back on the line. And a fun thing about Sarah, I know many of you are aware that Sarah is is a VP in Arbonne, and she actually walked away from her career as a pharmacist at age 35. So she retired from her 60-hour-a-week job, and her focus is now Arbonne full-time. It has enabled her to be at home and be present, even before she was married, and before, who you guys will love and adore, her husband Hank. He's fabulous. And before she had her precious little one. Lily is 1.5 years old now. And so I think it is so powerful how Arbonne can be a vehicle to really help people realize their dreams of being able to live the life that they never imagined that they would be able. And yes, Sarah loves some aspects of her job, but she didn't love them all. So now we are very much blessed to have Sarah's expertise in all things product knowledge and product ingredient research and development that Arbonne brings to the table. And she has an important message that's going to help you communicate easier with your clients that bring product ingredient concerns to you. There's a lot of stuff, and she'll touch on this, that might be a negative online. This has been happening all throughout my Arbonne career for 9 years, you guys. I've been hearing about all of these websites and people trying to bring down Arbonne's reputation. It's going to continue because we're the best thing since sliced bread, and everyone wants to bring Arbonne down a few pegs. So because of that, we just have to have a good response back to our clients, you know, when they do bring these things and concerns to us. So I'm going to bring Sarah back on the stage. And so, Sarah, take it away, sister.
Thank you, Becky, for the nice intro. And you can hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Awesome. Thank you.
So Becky asked me to train on, as she mentioned, just if we're faced with some negativity from people in our businesses regarding Arbonne. And most often than not, it's after them getting somebody else's opinion of it, or going to the handy dandy internet and Googling or using another search engine to look at Arbonne. So if you haven't been faced with this yet, at some point you most likely will, or if you have, maybe this will be some ideas I share, a different approach how you can handle it. So like I said, most often than not, most people are going to use the internet for their research. And two websites that have recently come to light with showing some claims against Arbonne and their ingredients that you may or may not be familiar with is Livestrong. And Livestrong was founded by Lance Armstrong, and it's a nonprofit organization that helps support people with cancer. They break down a lot of ingredients on their website. And then EWG, and that's Environmental Working Group, and they their motto is to help protect the public and the environment. So recently they've came to light with breaking down our ingredients and making claims against certain ingredients, or maybe ingredients that are supposedly in our products, etc. So how do you handle things like this when somebody does research and comes across websites that are making false claims or finding ingredients that may or may not be in our products? First off, I don't suggest that you go behind them and search the same websites, because when you search the same websites, it's the first thing you want to do. But when you do that, you're going to up the search, you're going to up it in the Google result engine. So the more that we look at those types of things, the more that it's going to be available for other people to look at as well. So the first thing I want to touch on, I don't know if you guys all are familiar with the source, but if you're not and you're new to the business, definitely have your sponsor show you the source. And that's basically like the Google of Arbonne, the search engine of Arbonne. There's many instrumental things in there that you can use to help support your business. So one thing, if you don't have a pen and paper, I suggest that you do get one, because there's a few things I'll have you write down that you definitely want to research later. But the first thing is to print out our ingredient policy. So if you go to the source and you type in ingredient policy, I would love for you guys all to read that. Even if you've been in the business for a while, it's a great refresher. And what that ingredient policy does is it just breaks down our pure, safe, and beneficial philosophy. It tells us what makes Arbonne different. So that's the pure component of Arbonne. It tells us what they leave out of our products. It also talks about safety. So that's the second component. So in addition to our ingredient policy, we also have what they follow is a purity and safety ingredient policy. They are also FDA compliant, and they're also compliant in all other countries we do business with, Canada, Australia, etc. And they also follow good manufacturing practices. So in other words, we follow the rules. We follow all the rules that we're supposed to, period. And then lastly, beneficial. We go through rigorous independent clinical testing to ensure that our ingredients are safe as well as the highest quality and provide benefit to our customers. So this means that doctors are in labs testing the products, not just saying, I give my seal of approval. They're actually in there testing. Eye doctors are testing eye creams, pediatricians are testing baby products, etc. So they're getting seals of approval that way. And then also our cosmetic ingredients go through rigorous testing as well. So that's one thing, is in our ingredient policy. I definitely suggest looking at that. And then second, I found an amazing Learn and Burn. And if you guys aren't familiar with Learn and Burns, definitely ask your sponsor about that. But that's our personal development area of Arbonne. One of the many personal development areas, but it's a great one that you can do at your home. If you if you go to the source and search this particular Learn and Burn, this is what I'm going to reference right now. It's called the Arbonne Point of Difference, How to Be an Ingredient Expert. So the Arbonne Point of Difference, How to Be an Ingredient Expert. And this is done with an interview by our one and only Senior VP of Product Development, Dr. Peter Matravers. And I adore him. He has the same background as me with pharmacy. So I definitely respect his opinion on a lot of things. He has some good insight. So he says, we take our ingredient choices very seriously. All our ingredients go through major scrutiny and review, and we take an unbiased scientific approach and to avoid any controversial, questionable ingredients. He then goes on to say, yes, we're botanically based, but we always increase our botanical content due to advancement in science. So there you go right there. We're botanically based, but we use science to increase that botanical content, which is awesome. And the reason we want to do that is for safety and sustainability. And why do we bring this term out? He says sustainability. Well, this term, we really emphasize the use of plant elements to make our ingredients. And it reflects the proper utilization of the resources we have, and the use of resources that can grow back equates sustainability. And Arbonne from day one has always been about preserving the environment, not taking too much away from the environment, depleting crops. So what's awesome is they're using science to help alleviate that, the best of both worlds. So example of sustainability that they do is the use and production of palm oil in our products. They get 98% of their palm oil from what's known as RSPO, which is Roundtable for Sustainable Palm Oil Vendors. So they take, they acquire their palm oil that's cultivated without any negative effects on the environment from these plants or these manufacturers. So they're providing sustainability for palm oil. Excuse me. I have a little tickle in my throat from a prior cold. Okay, so another question that was asked of him was, we're botanically based, so why does our ingredient deck sound so synthetically chemical? And this is, I've seen these product knowledge handouts, and this is what they're referring to, our ingredient deck, our list of ingredients. So why does it sound so synthetically chemical? The interviewer asked. Very good question, he said, and that largely is due to laws and regulations and the standard practice we use in nomenclature. Nomenclature is just basically naming the ingredient. This is used internationally. Latin is used to name plants, and it describes their genus and their species. Chemical terms are used to describe the other ingredients. So, for example, if he uses coconut in a product, he's not going to list it as coconut. He's going to list it as, let's say it comes from sodium cocoate. So he's going to list where he exactly got it from. Those are the kind of chemical terms that we use. He goes on to say tea tree. We're familiar with tea tree. It's known by everybody, but we won't call it tea tree. We're going to call it Melaleuca Alternifolia. So it's a different language. So when you're looking at this product knowledge, it may sound foreign, but you can begin to understand and respect where it's coming from. And you can share that with people so it doesn't look as overwhelming. And then last question he said, or was asked, what can I say to people who won't use our products because they have read bad reviews on other websites? The best, he says, there's many copycat websites and one follows the errors of the others and it becomes a big snowball effect. And we've seen that on Google and other search engines. So what he suggests is you tell them to visit the Arbonne website, number one. Number two, he recommends to go to the Cosmetic Ingredient Review Board. And this is the website. Hopefully you guys can see that, but the Cosmetic Ingredient Review Board, www.cir-safety.org. And this is a website that was established in 1976 to support consumers so they can understand ingredients better. Another good website, he says, is the Personal Care Product Council. And this is the website for that. And it's www.personalcarecouncil.org. www.personalcarecouncil.org. He says with these three websites, Arbonne's website and the other two that he gave gives a good perspective, a balanced perspective of ingredients, and commonly used in our ingredient policy and other ingredients you may find from other brands as well. So what's nice is you can look at our brand and you can look up other brands, so to compare, which is very good with Arbonne because we're very proud of what we have in our products and what we leave out. So definitely visit the source and look at that Learn and Burn. And then recently it's became to light again. So this Learn and Burn was done in the past, but recently he did another response in terms of this, and he addressed concerns. And what he said, which I love, it's very short and sweet, and what we can share in our businesses, one-on-ones or big presentations is, he says, at Arbonne, we embrace both science and nature. Many ingredients are naturally derived but enhanced by science, but they're always pure, safe, and beneficial. So I love that it's a very simple, descriptive answer and that we can share that personally. So once again, at Arbonne, we embrace both science and nature. Many ingredients are naturally derived but enhanced by science. Always pure, safe, and beneficial. And then he also says, though our mission is plant-based, at this time we cannot be 100% synthetic, chemical, ingredient-free. And for example, he goes on to explain that there's a lot of preservatives that are still man-made. But what they're striving to do is to look for more natural, botanically based preservatives like plant acids. So what I like about Arbonne is they're not always just sticking to one thing. They're constantly striving to be better and find better, more natural alternatives. And without sacrificing the environment. So they're going to continue doing lots and lots of research and development. And if you haven't seen in your business yet reformulations of products, you will at some point. And that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Like I said, they're always striving to be better. And my suggestion is just to be really proud and upfront that we maximize botanical and we maximize science. And we use both to help sustainability of our ingredients. And we help provide the best quality product for our consumers. And I also found this one, I'm going to leave you with this one saying on the source when I was doing my research. Corporate had responded to a question, and they said, science does not mean unsafe or impure. In fact, the opposite is true. Science supports our philosophy. Pure, safe, and beneficial. And that's all I have, Becky.
Sarah, as always, totally phenomenal. Thank you so much. That gives huge clarity. And I love that we have a go-to source that we can just tell people straight up, hey, if you want the real deal, this is what you need to do. Go to, you know, these particular websites. And I think that Dr. Peter Matravers is, you know, that we use science to enhance the nature in our product. You guys, I have had a patient who was using 100% organic product, and she ended up with a fungal infection on her face because the product was not enhanced by science to be safe. And so that's what less than 1% of preservative in our product does. And so, and that's just one particular example of science. But Sarah, you did a wonderful job of really delineating how we can address that to our consumer base. So thank you so much, honey. Thank you for letting us borrow your brilliant mind. You're awesome. It's now my pleasure to bring on the line. She is joining us by phone, Rhiannon Carlson from Orland, California. Rhiannon is a vice president on our team, and she has the appearance of doing it all. I'm not kidding you guys. This woman looks like she has 48 hours in a day, but you're going to learn her secret tonight. And that's because she has become a guru at goal setting. So if goal is a 4-letter word in your vocabulary, you're going to feel so much more confident after her incredible training, after she delivers it. And just on a personal note, one of the things I love about Rhiannon is, even though she seems like, how would I say it? Even though she seems like she is untouchable, like she just has it all together, she has a soft side of her that that she lets us bubble up from time to time. She doesn't love to cry in front of people, but she is embracing her soft side, and that just it makes her so relatable in this business. And so she is a rock star in helping people align their life with Arbonne and helping people to get to where they want to be on this journey. So she's joining us by phone. Let me just check and see if she's on with us. Rhiannon, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, my darling. I can. Take it away, and I'm going to put up your beautiful slides on our screen. Thank you for sharing those. Go for it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that introduction and for letting everybody know that I cry. That's awesome. I'm joking. Most of you guys that know me know that I have a little bit of a blue streak in me. Anyway, so Becky asked me to talk to you guys about goals, and this is a training that I had done for our Tahoe retreat a couple months ago. And I have to tell you, when she asked me to originally come up with this presentation for Tahoe, I was thinking, okay, well, everyone's heard about setting SMART goals and why you should set goals. And as somebody who literally runs my life by setting goals, I was thinking, well, how do people not set goals? Like, what are the reasons they don't? Because honestly, you guys, I just don't understand how you don't set goals, because I couldn't function. So I thought, okay, well, let's research that a little bit and talk about why people don't set goals. So the first reason generally is a lack of belief. Some people might think that if someone is successful in life, whether it's in their career or in their relationships, in athletics, it might just be because they're lucky, or, you know, they just happen to have good genetics, or whatever the case might be. And they're just skeptical. People might be skeptical that goals don't actually work. So to work through some of that, how you can help someone, or maybe even yourself, build belief in goals, is to make sure that they know the impact of goals and how important that they are. Because like I said, I assume everyone knows how important they are. And help somebody by starting them with setting a small goal, something that you know that they can attain and achieve. And then from there, build on that and make bigger goals and bigger goals. And so it's kind of like a stepping stone process. And it's important to let the person know that you're helping, or like I said, yourself, to know that your success is not going to be based upon whether or not you achieve that goal. The issue that we're working on is just setting the goal. So I think that's a really important part, not to base your success on whether or not you can achieve it. And also another way to build belief in your goals, as well as we know in our Arbonne business and everything else, is personal development. So really make sure that you are taking that time to read books, listen to Learn and Burns like Sarah was talking about, and really don't forget about that personal development portion of your business. The second reason that people don't set goals is sometimes we set the wrong goals. It might be a case where, you know, you go to high school and your parents or your teachers kind of influence you like, well, you should go to college and you should major in this because you're really good at X, Y, and Z. And so sometimes we kind of get on someone else's path, and then you might realize in your third year of college, I don't even know why I'm majoring in this because this is not really what I want to do. So to kind of work through that is to really visualize what your life in a perfect world looks like. What are you passionate about? What are you, when you wake up in the morning, what are you the most excited about? What do you want from life? If you can have anything, what would that ideal picture of your life look like? And are you living your passion? Do you love what you do every day? The third reason, previous disappointments. So maybe in like 1993, you set a New Year's resolution and you were like, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and you told your friend, and then it didn't happen. So because it didn't happen and you told somebody, as much as we like to think that we can bounce back from something like that, a lot of times it's like, oh, that really kind of hurt my ego. I'm not as resilient as I thought I was. And you certainly don't like embarrassing yourself, and you don't want to do it again. So a lot of times you just, well, I'm not going to set goals anymore. It didn't work 20 years ago, so why would it work now? And so from the famous little Disney movie, I'm sure you've all seen it and heard the song 7 million times if you have little ones around, you just need to let that go. You need to, any previous disappointments that you've had from setting goals, let it go, let that be, and start setting goals now. The fourth reason, fear. Fear is something, as we know, that paralyzes a lot of people, and it might be that you're fearful that you might actually achieve your goal. If you've set a goal of being a regional vice president by April of next year, when you think about that, you might be freaking out like, wow, that gives me a lot of leadership position. I have to help people, and I'm not sure, that kind of scares me to be in that position. Or you might be fearful that you're not going to achieve that goal, and you're going to be wondering, okay, well, what are people going to think of me? If I keep telling people that I'm going to do this by this date, you know, and then it doesn't happen, what am I going to do? What are people going to think about me? And you have to remember that that doesn't define you. I remember when I was building my business, I told everybody that I was going to earn my car by the following May of when I started my business. And May rolled around and I didn't earn my car, but I earned it 6 months later. So even if you set a goal that you don't achieve, set it again for 6 months or a year later and keep working towards it. Number 5, comes right down to laziness. Some people are just like, I can't sit down and write my goals. It just takes way too much energy. You have to. You have to sit down and think about what you want and really laser beam focus on that and write out your goals. In our Arbonne business, we know that we should be doing that the first of every month. And then halfway through the month, you need to reevaluate your goals and see where you're at and what your activity for the rest of the month looks like, so you can balance that out and match that to see if your goal is still attainable or if you need to kind of adjust it a little bit. I know we're all very busy, but if you don't know where you're going, think of it as a roadmap. If you don't know where you're going, you're just going to be driving around in circles. So you need to make sure that you set that goal, take that time, and bottom line, just don't be lazy about it. Number 6, comfort zone. We all know that setting goals for somebody who is not a goal setter might be kind of scary. It gets you out of your comfort zone, because especially if you tell somebody about it, you're like, okay, well, shoot, I set this goal and so knows about it, so I'm going to really have to work towards that. Just remember, as we know, everything you want is right outside your comfort zone. That's where the growth happens. Number 7, reason people don't set goals, We live in a instant gratification culture. I am guilty. I love Amazon.com. I get my stuff free shipping 2 days later. I want it right now. And so for sometimes when people want to sit down and think about the future, they don't really want to do that. They just want to think about what's going on today and tomorrow. They don't want to look out, 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road. So really think about, like I said, what your life is going to look like down the road and how you're going to achieve that and set those goals to make that happen. So real brief, we'll summarize 1 through 7 of the reasons people don't set goals. Lack of belief, setting the wrong goals, previous disappointments of goals that may not have been made, fear, laziness, comfort zone, and the instant gratification that we all like to have right now. So what I want you guys to do is set a big goal for next October, October 1st of 2016. What is that goal going to be? Make it big, make it scary, and then think about how are you going to get there? And then let's break it down into little pieces. What is your daily life going to look like to achieve that goal? And what frightens you or something that you're not wanting to do in your business? That's exactly what you should be doing. So for me, I've mentioned before, especially for this year, I do not like doing follow-up. So I have focused on that this year, and I've made myself do it because I know it's a huge part of our business, and it is shown in my personal business. So think about what it is that you're afraid of doing, and that's exactly where you need to focus your business on. Now let's break that down. So what are your goals for the next week? Do you have a list of contacts of people that you're going to connect with, whether to ask them for workshops, the business, follow-up calls? What are your workshops like that you have booked for the next week? Do you have workshops in the next week? Right now there's a lot of open houses, vendor shows, holiday shows going on. Maybe you can find some of those going on in your area that have a decent turnout of people and other vendors. The 30-day clean eating challenge, there are people that you can talk to about that. Do you have goals set of how many you'd like to add to your December group? Do you have sample packs that are out that you can follow up on? Maybe get some workshops booked from those, or sign up to new preferred clients from those sample packs. And who do you have on your list of people that you're going to talk to about the business? Make sure you have a separate list. Here's the people I'm going to call, but over here are my top 5 people that I want on my team that I'm going to ask about the business in the next week. And then personal development. What are you going to do for personal development in the next week? Do you have a book you're reading? Are you listening to Learn and Burns every day on your way to work? Or getting up in the morning, reading first thing, writing in a gratitude journal? What is it that your personal development looks like? Then break it down to your daily schedule. I know we've talked about a lot on Sundays is when I like to sit down and kind of schedule out my week. And that includes what time I'm waking up, when I'm doing my personal development, what time I'm going to the gym, what time I'm devoting to Arbonne and making calls, or if I have workshops that evening. When do you check your email? I know most of us have smartphones, which are a great thing, but they can also be a really bad thing because you get your emails and you're like, I feel really busy. Well, all you're doing is checking your email and replying to emails, and you just think you're busy, but maybe you didn't get a lot done. What would your day look like if you broke down and said, okay, my email is only going to be checked morning, noon, and night. If you can condense all that little busyness throughout your day into 3 times a day, how much more time is that going to give you? Also, social media. When are you going to make your Facebook post or your Instagram post on the clean eating challenge, or if you have success stories from your clients? Do you spend a lot of time on social media as far as constantly checking in or getting updates on your phone? A lot of that stuff can be distracting. And if you set out specific times of, okay, again, I'm only going to get on Facebook morning and night because otherwise I get too distracted, help break it down to when you're going to do those things throughout your day so that you can stay focused on the goals that you make. And then by doing this, it helps you to kind of piece out and break up, okay, now I know what I'm doing every day. I know what I'm doing in the next week, and you continually do that week after week until you build towards that goal that you've set for a year from now. And I know that all of you guys on the phone call that are already setting your goals have already heard this or are already doing this, but I hope that this will help you kind of even fine-tune it a little more and also be in a position to help somebody who may not be a goal setter, whether that person's on your team now or it might be somebody that's going to be joining your team in the next 6 months or year. So thank you again, Becky, for having me on the call, and I will turn it back over to you.
RC, that was perfect. Thank you so much. It gave so much clarity, and honestly, we all can benefit from Rhiannon's training, because we're going to have people come into our business who writing down goals, doing goal setting processes, that's going to be a foreign language to them. So I love how simple and clean Rhiannon breaks this down. And it was like, you know, she formulated this for me, because there was a time in my business, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, maybe yesterday, where I really just was not confident in goal setting. And it cleans it up. It makes it so concise. And I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for sharing this incredible training. These are the types of topics that we cover at our leadership trainings. And so Rhiannon brought this to our leadership retreat at Lake Tahoe. So another feather in your cap, something to put on your vision board for next fall 2016 that you will be attending at the Lake Tahoe Leadership Retreat. It is phenomenal, and you'll be able to hear from Rhiannon and all of our leaders in that capacity. In closing tonight, I have just a fun little quip. And I really, really loved that this is a comment from MJ Durkin. MJ is in the prospecting business. So he really, in his own right, is very successful about helping people to learn how to be better about looking for the people who are looking for us. And being able to align with those people in the business. And he sent out a thought actually today that I thought was so potent and so powerful. And it really helps us to distill who we're looking for in the business. And the question goes like this: what do you do with people who just don't understand that they need to have a plan B? Because we on this call, we all get it. We all understand that we need to have a plan B. We need to prepare for impact. We need to make sure that we have several safety nets. That is exactly why I started our run 9 years ago. I didn't necessarily need the income. I needed some time flexibility, sure. I didn't need the income, but my husband and I were all about diversifying our interests so that we had plan B, plan C, plan F, et cetera, et cetera. I get so frustrated with people that just don't see what I see. How can I convince them? So his response was brilliant, and I loved it. And here's what he said. Well, some people just don't think they need a plan B. There are some people who are not good prospects for our business. There are basically two types of people. One, people who can meet their expenses and are satisfied. Two, people who meet their expenses and want more. If you can understand what I'm about to tell you next, it will help you tremendously when you're prospecting from your network marketing business. Network marketing is for people that want more. Network marketing is for people that want more. Yes, this is true. This industry is for people that want more out of life. They want more money. They want more joy, more freedom, more security, more friends, more excitement, and more adventure. The ones who do not want more are not good prospects for your network marketing business. It's so powerful, I'm going to say it again. The ones that do not want more are not good prospects for your network marketing business. Now, they may be good prospects for the purchase of our products. They may become very loyal, faithful product users. And it's of great value for you to understand what qualifies a person to see this type of opportunity. Here's some verbiage that we all can equip ourselves with that helps us do that sorting and not feel like we're in that convincing. And MJ says, I would use this language after you have presented how your product or service works and how and you're making your recommendation that they purchase. And you can do it as simply as this. You know, Rhiannon, I found there are basically two types of people. The first person realizes that they have a certain amount of living expenses and they go and find a job that will meet those expenses. That type of person is satisfied when they're meeting their expenses, they're all set. They don't want more, and as long as that money keeps coming in, they're comfortable and will stay where they are. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are very happy and satisfied this way. Now, the second type of person does the same thing, but once they meet their expenses, they say, sorry, I lost my place, to themselves, well, the standard of living is good, but I want more. I want a bigger house or one with a yard, or I like my vacation to Florida, but I'd rather go to Hawaii for 2 weeks instead. Or maybe my car is great, but I'd like to have a luxury car. Or I'd like my savings account or my retirement account to be a lot bigger. I want to be able to help, you know, my grandchildren get to college. I want to be able to retire sooner so that I can be able to give back more to my community. This type of person wants more out of life. Rhiannon, can I ask you a question? And she's going to say, yes, of course you can, Becky. Which one are you? So you're offering them the opportunity to buy into this opportunity that can change their life. And they can just as easily say, you know, I'm comfortable with where I am. If they do not say that they're the second type of person, then we don't necessarily have to go much further in presenting the business opportunity, right? They're not at that point in time. If they say they're happy and they're the first type of person, great, make them a great customer. Give them incredible customer service. Keep servicing them and continually ask them for referrals. People who don't want more aren't good prospects for your network marketing business. If they use your product or service, they may eventually come around, but don't waste time waiting on them to come around. It's that important. Use that time to go out and try to find the people that are looking for you. It's just that simple. So I love that. And it very much suits my optometry personality. Which one are you? Are you person one? Are you person two? Yeah, any of you who've had an eye exam. I saw Kendall rubbing her eyes out of her head earlier. Poor thing. Well, no wonder you have allergies, honey. It's 70 degrees in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I digress. Anywho, my family, because of my Arbonne business, I'm blessed to take my family and fund a family vacation to Walt Disney World. So we leave bright and early in the morning tomorrow. And so I thought it would be appropriate to just close with a quick, powerful quote from Walt Disney, who is an amazing visionary in his own right. 90 years he has been in force in terms of having a corporation, doing all of the incredible visionary work that Walt Disney has done. But Walt Disney has said, if you can dream it, you can do it. All of you on this call, you guys are dreamers. You guys are in that number 2 basket that I was using with the Rhiannon illustration, 1 or 2. Which one are you? You're in the number 2. And that virtually guarantees your success if you are willing to continue to walk forward in faith, take the next step, reach out to one person. You never know where that one person is going to take you. They will take you incredible places if you just trust the journey. And he's also said the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So let's get to the business of doing that. You guys owe it to yourself to have a business that not only serves the interests of your family, and I want that. All of us on the call want that for you, but I want you to have a business big enough where you can do infinitely more for others than you ever thought possible. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Good night.